闇はやがて倒れる彼の粛清と共に立ち上がり飯に応える真理は永遠十字架が道を示す神を指揮官として肩を並べ進もう We are Charlie Kirk 私たちはその炎を受け継ぐ福井王のために戦いその名を称える We are Charlie Kirk 彼の勇気は私たちのもの一つに結ばれてこの地に示そう We are Charlie Kirk 永遠に生き続ける共に立ち上がる
You're fighting for. Well, baby, you are all that I adore. If love is what you need, a soldier I will be.
go to the stash. Flint and Ender Pearl. Flint and Spear. Flint and Spear. Flint and Spear. Flint and check and jockey. Flint and Spear. Flint and Spear. I'm Steve. Flint and Spear. Flint and Spear. Flint and Spear. Flint and the Nether. Flint and Spear. Flint and checkin'. I'm Steve. Let's go to the stash. An Ender Pearl.
Teleport you to wherever you throw it.
The Nether. Let's go to the stash. An Ender Pearl.
And that was the only one I had. No biggie.
As a child, I yearned for the mines, but something always got in the way.
Anything you can dream about here, you can make. Zero limits.
Flint and Spear. Flint and Spear. Flint and Spear. Flint and check and jockey. Flint and Spear. Flint and Spear. I'm Steve. Flint and Spear. Flint and Spear. Flint and Spear. Flint and Steve. Flint and Spear. Flint and check and I'm Steve. Let's go to the stash. Let's go to the spear.
Big old red ones.
Big chicken.
When you mix hot lava and chicken. Water bucket.
I started digging and digging and digging and digging
Anything you can dream about here, you can make.
until I found this.
Lapis lazuli. This is a crafting table.
Elytra wingsuit.
This
It's an Ender Pearl.
zero limits. This is a vegetarian chicken.
Chicken. Flint and Spear. Flint and Spear. Flint and Spear. Flint and check and jockey. Flint and Spear. Flint and Spear. I'm Steve. Flint and Spear. Flint and Spear. Flint and Spear. Flint.
They love crushing loaf.
Flint and Spear. Flint Spear. Checking.
Pushing our boat with this water bucket.
I'm Steve. I'm Ender Pearl.
I'm checking. I'm the Nether. I'm Spear.
Coming in hot.
I want a hand tight girl for me to make me happy. I want her so I can stop using my hands every single day while watching anime. I pull her from my screen, just like in my dreams. I want to feel her touch, mainly on my crotch. I want my own hand tight girl, and she would sing. bathrooms. She would sing.
Think you can stop what we do? I doubt it. We got the energy, we tell you all about it. I searched from his back and I found it.
We'll be calling you out.
Kiss you again. I remember one day, maybe was the first day of my life. You came to my heart, my eyes wide open to you. Feel warm behind you, take my hand inside. Kiss me again. I feel to remember one day, start to love. Yes, girl, yes, I love you more than me. I know it touch my lips and one picture you can remember. Kiss you again. I remember one day, maybe was the first day of my life. You came to my heart, my eyes wide open to you. I feel warm behind you, take my hand inside. Kiss me again. I feel to remember one day, start to love. Yes, girl, yes, I love you more than me. I always touch my lips and one picture you can remember. Kiss you again. I remember one day, maybe was the first day of my life. You came to my heart, my eyes wide open to you. I feel warm behind you, take my hand inside. Kiss me again. I feel to remember one day, start to love. Yes, girl, yes, I love you more than me. I always touch my lips and one picture you can remember. Kiss you again. I messaged Johnny over Tumblr last night. She said, Roy, it's true to let you love at first sight. Throw all my candy bracelets, now I'm headed to class. I'm still 20%, so get your head out your ass. I need to live all the internet, still cleaning out the viruses that you have left. I think I'm falling in love again. Don't stop until you hear the I need to live all the internet. Been fighting on new ground over if my love is valid. Fuck this cynicism, let the colors fly. Don't care, you think it's cringe because it's not your life. She said, do you like waffles? I said, hell yeah. Been watching Equals 3 until 2 a.m. I ain't got no iPhone, but I got a DS. With a keychain up Pinky, her cupcakes are the best. I've been failing my classes cause I don't give a damn. I see the world on my oyster, but the brain market's a scam. Everything's been changing since last generation was born. And they won't try to say can change it to F4. Hello? 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 Are you guys there? Hello? Ooh, ooh. Yeah, hi. Ooh, ooh. Hello? Hello? Are you there? Hi. Hello? Can you hear us? Hello? Can I? Hello? Hello?
Well, he lost on the gambling. Okay. I need to preface something before the stream starts. It really hurts for me to talk. And it's not my throat, it's my wisdom tooth. Certain mouth movements rubs up against my newly coming in wisdom tooth, and it hurts pretty bad. My cheeks rub right up against it, and it hurts. So I just wanted to let you guys know. If I talk stupid or if I talk funny, it's because I'm trying to move my mouth in a way that hurts my wisdom tooth a little less. So I do still have them. I probably will always have them. I don't have any plans on removing them. I am young, so they're coming in. I have one of them fully in. One of my other ones is coming in, and then the other two have not come in at all yet. So this one's been coming in on this side. It's been coming in for like the last month or so. Yeah, the top ones are definitely not impacted. Why is my wrist rotating that direction? Why are my wrists rotating like that? What the fuck? Have they always done that? That looks bad. That's new? Oh well. Oh well. Oh well. Mine were not impacted, but I had them removed so they wouldn't cause issues with cleaning. I will say it is hard to reach them with the you know, what is that called? Why do I not? The tool. Why am I blanking? A toothbrush. Oh my god. I'm out of it. I'm so fucking out of it. I didn't remember what a fucking toothbrush is called. I learned yesterday, apparently a sign of autism for like evaluation has something to do with how they make you brush your teeth. They're like, how do you brush your teeth? And apparently, like, that's autistic. I don't get it. I'm just brushing my teeth. I need a toothbrush. I wonder if I can get a toothbrush. I don't know why I'd need a toothbrush, but it'd be cool to have a toothbrush and be like, hey, I'm brushing my teeth. What's the closest thing I have to a toothbrush? I do have sticks. I do have sticks. Unironically, I've got sticks for brushing teeth. I put the stick in some water, and then I take a knife and I chop it up a little bit, so it's like exposed. And then I brush my teeth sometimes with it. I haven't done it in a while. I've just been using a regular toothbrush, but I used to use them. They're very effective, I think. I'm a caveman. I don't know, what are those two? It's a specific type, but it's not like it's not the most popular type of stick. It's a different type of stick that you use for brushing your teeth. But I do have them, and I have used them. Oh, thank you for becoming a member. Thank you. What is that? It's like African. I don't know. Me swag? I think so. I need a rave stick. That's what I need. I bet you they have some on the Warudo asset store. They sure do. A sticky white ink effect? No. I could download a sticky white liquid effect. And when I see her dancing, wanna take a chance and get in a little closer and maybe get to know her. Brave girl, always think about her when she says hi to me. Butterflies go right through me, and when I see her dancing, wanna take a chance and get in a little closer. Let's see. Sorry for the lag. I want the light sticks. Ah! It's in my head. Oh god. You know what? I'll figure that shit out later. It's so immersive. Shaking my head and my hair flops around just like my model. Although I got way heavier bangs than my model does. And there's nothing I need to get some hair clips so I can clip my bangs back during stream. I got those emo bangs. But when they're curly, it's like they're like the most nuisance. The voices. The voices inside my head! Ah! Is CD Miles really cute? Really? I'm cute? Really? If I'm so cute, why don't people put me in their profile picture? It's not impersonation, it's appreciation. It's appreciation. I love how the 3D model captures my emotions so well. I'll use a Kiba profile picture, but unfortunately I'm straight. Fuck you! But you gotta... It's Pride Month, so you gotta... Speaking of Pride Month, I was having this conundrum today. And the conundrum is, I don't know if the women I see online, I don't know if I'm into them or if I want to be them. And that's the conundrum I really can't figure out. I cannot decipher the two. I can't tell if I like them and find them attractive or if I just want to be them. I don't know. Why not both? Possible. But the thing is, see, they're all goth girls, and I don't want to be goth. Goth is just not my thing. I love goth girls. Goth girls are fucking awesome, but I'm not goth, right? I don't listen to goth music. Sometimes I listen to goth music, but like it's like a very small subgenre of the music I listen to. I'm not goth, but I love goth girls. I love alternative girls. They're so pretty. Alternative guys are cool, but it depends on the type. See, high school me, middle school me too. I was so into emo boys. I was so into emo boys. Like, I like guys that like emo music. I mean, I guess that would make them emo, but I'm talking like aesthetically, visually presenting emo. I liked visually presenting emo boys when I was in like high school. And now that I am an adult, I don't really like that anymore. Maybe it's because a lot of them are super skinny. Maybe that's it. Can you imagine taking care of them when they're sick and ugly and kind of pissed off, but not in a fun way? Oh, when they're sick and they haven't washed their hair in a few days and it's really greasy. See, Mom, it's not a phase anyways. Just I can help you pay your... I don't need your help paying my rent. It looked like that one Sasuke Facebook guy. I feel like that's my cousin. My cousin is very much like that. Yeah, shots fired. Yeah, I don't hate emo guys. I love emo guys. Because I love emos, right? But like, I feel like now that I'm an adult, my preferences have severely changed from when I was younger. Like, when I was in... My first crush in middle school was the most emo boy in the school. Alright? He had a very, very basic white boy name. So imagine the most very basic white boy name you could ever think of. And, he liked anime. He's really into Sword Art Online. I was not. But I LARP being a Sword Art Online fan. Our lockers were right next to each other. Except, well, not completely. There was one locker in between us. But for the most part, it was right next to each other. And these are like really tiny lockers. Like they're this, like compared to your face, like they're this big. You can't fit a backpack in there. No, sir. Somehow somehow you had to. I just didn't bring a backpack to school. They're like this big, and we're right next to each other. And I devised up a brilliant plan. I bought the Sword Art Online novel. Yes, they have a novel, like a written novel. I bought the Sword Art Online novel, and that's how he took interest in me, right? I caught his attention. We became really good friends. We hung out a lot. We also hung out with my best friend. I don't have any gripe with her. I did back then though. My biggest first crush I ever had, I did not feel right because I felt like I was too young to have a boyfriend, you know? But I really liked him. I printed out a picture of him. I was really into this boy, right? I kept this little secret photo of him. Because I had my mom had a printer that printed on photo paper. I had to hold on to that. Anyways, he started dating my best friend. And they were one of those couples that were like, they were kind of cute, but like super cringe. You know, like the memes where it's like the emo guy and the weird girl, and they're like outside and they're like hugging and they're like cuddling each other weird. And like, she's wearing his jacket. But after witnessing how cringe they were together, I got over it. I was like, wait, that could have been me, and I don't think I wanted that to be me. They they basically gave me the ick. I stayed their friend, though. Like, I was bitter in the moment, but I didn't hate my friend for it, you know? How could she have known? I was way too shy about the concept of having a crush that I would never tell anybody I had a crush. The next time I had a crush was in, I want to say, sophomore or junior year of high school. This one was a weird one because I think I was just attracted to him, like physically. Because the thing is, I had this massive crush on him, but we never talked. It wasn't like the guy in middle school. We just never talked. But he was in my English class, and I had a really hard time processing those emotions. I told my mom, I remember I told my mom, is it okay? I was like a junior, by the way. Is it okay for me to have a crush? Because I really genuinely thought I would be perceived by my parents as too young to date. So I heavily did not engage in the dating scene in school because I was like, I was afraid that I was too young, that I would be judged by my parents. So she was like, yeah, you can have a crush. There's nothing wrong with it. Like, who's the special guy? And I'm like, oh, it's just some guy in my class. Totally have never talked to him before. I think the only time I actually did talk to him was he needed a pencil. Classic, I know, right? He needed a pencil. He sat behind me at this point because they would move the seating arrangement around. He was behind me, and he had a weird, obnoxious class clown friend. And you know, I gave him pencils. I didn't get them back because I was into him. You know, I wasn't gonna take them back. Anyways, found out this guy lived like 2 streets. Like, so here's my street, and there's another street, and then there's a street. Found out he lived on this street, right? We both took the bus. I would get off the bus and I would follow him home to figure out where he lived. Oh no, this is a terrible time to raid me. I'm embarrassing myself so bad. Oh no. Hi. Thank you for the raid, Para. I'm telling a story. Okay. I'm telling a story about how in high school I had a crush on this boy and I never talked to him ever. I had a big crush on him though. And I found out that he lived 2 streets down from my street and we took the same bus. So my way of expressing that I had a crush on him is I would follow him home after school to find out where he lived. And I don't know why, but I kept doing it, and I don't know what I thought in my head would happen if I kept following him home. I don't know if he ever received it. At one point, I passed a note to him in the bus. I don't think I didn't hand him a note. I was too scared to hand him a note. Oh, this is another part of the stalking. I would sit directly behind his seat. I would wait for him to get on the bus first so I could try to sit on the bus seat right behind him or next to him. Anyways, one time I was sitting behind him and I passed a note up along to the side of the window, you know, like right between the wall and that little gap. I don't know if he ever got it. I just like passed that over there. I have no idea. And I was like, I don't remember what it says. Like, you wanna talk or something? Oh, I did talk to him once online. I talked to him once online. I think it was about accounts being hacked or something, and I was like, all these people are so stupid falling for phishing links, and it was like, haha, yeah, these people are stupid. Anyways, the end of our saga was I eventually found out that I had some old friends that sat at his lunch table. So I buddied up with my old friends to sit at his table. I really was a stalker. But like, I was just a girl, okay? You know, I didn't know how to express my feelings. I didn't know how to talk to people. So I was doing the best I could. And if that came off as stalking, well, I'm just a girl and it's fine, okay? Oh yeah, I also asked one of his friends if he was single. And I think she said something like, I don't remember if he's single. I know at one point he was dating some girl online in another school. Stalking is cool when it's girls. Yeah, you want to know her. She goes to a different school. Well, I know he transferred from like, because I think he was military or something. But yeah, where is he now? I think he went to college. This still makes me seem like a stalker. I stopped stalking him a couple years ago. I stopped stalking him like a couple years ago. Only a couple. In my defense, high school was also a couple years ago. All right, I'm only 23. But yes, I would occasionally check up on his social media. He plays soccer. I'm not a soccer girly. I'm not a soccer girly. He takes cool photos, I think. And otherwise, he's very private. If you could talk to him now, what would you say? I don't know, because I'm not even into him anymore. I don't find him attractive anymore. I don't even find him attractive. I don't even know what I saw. I'd be private too if I felt like I was being watched all the time. Fuck, what if I'm the reason he's private? So I did get asked out like a handful of times in high school, but I need to preface this. I either got asked out by people who were bullying me as a joke, or I would get asked out by people who were I don't know how to word this nicely. How do I word this nicely? Special? Does that mean? I know, not even like unattractive. I just mean like they sit at the lunch table with all the autistic kids, you know?
Trust me.
I did get hit on quite a few times, but it never like went to like a level of actually asking me out. I was really, like I said, I didn't know in high school that I was allowed to have a crush yet. So reflecting back, I have a lot of moments where I was like, oh my god, that guy was hitting on me, or oh my god, that guy was asking me out. Like there's this one guy in my study hall hour who would always come over and sit with me. I don't even remember his name, right? Like this is how barely I knew this guy, but he would always come over, sit with me, and chat it up with me. And he was like, "Oh, your birthday's coming up. You should let me go take you to get some ice cream or something for your birthday." And I, in the moment, was like, "Oh, that's, you know, I don't know if my mom would allow that." She absolutely would have. She was like not restrictive, but I was just oblivious. I didn't even realize that was like him asking me out. And now in retrospect, he used to call me pretty. So it's like also... Oh my god, wait, I didn't even mention this guy. Hold on. I had this one guy. I met him in elementary school. And then, you know, when I was in middle school, I switched to online school. So I didn't see him for a few years. Came back to high school. He starts texting me. And he's like, "Oh, you're like... It's so weird seeing you like older now. Like you're so pretty, and you know, you want to go to prom with me?" And I was such a dick. I feel bad, but like I hated this guy. He was fucking weird, but I hated him, and I was like, yeah, but not with you. I didn't go to prom. I was kind of a douchebag to this guy, but like he kept trying. And after high school, like he was like, "Oh, I'm in town this week. You wanna go get some coffee?" Like he was playing the fucking long game with me. He was playing the long game. Like elementary school, high school, now like a couple years. This is what by this point I was a VTuber. He's like, I'm in town. Do you want to go get coffee? And I was like, no, thank you. He tried so hard. But like, my image of him, because I don't talk to him, my only image of him was his elementary school version. And his elementary school version was a little piece of shit who was kind of creepy. All right? In my defense, I feel bad. I feel bad that I never gave anybody a chance. But that was because I was a hikikomori, really. Like, I stayed inside. I was terrified of like ever going out with people, like even like in friend context, like just going out and having fun with friends outside of my house. Like, that was just not a thing I did. That was not a thing I did. I had one kid. I've told this story a few times. One kid in middle school. No, it was not middle school, it was freshman year. I forget, I get the two confused. So basically in my high school, the freshmen had their own building. So if I had a class that was like with anyone sophomore order, I had to take a bus and go to the other high school. Anyway, freshman year. That's why I'm memorizing the cafeteria this way. I was a really nice person. In school, I was very, very nice. I was nice to everyone. I was nice to my bullies. I was nice to any kid that talked to me. I was helpful. If a kid was struggling, I would like help them. And unfortunately, the consequences of that is some kids aren't used to having people be nice to them. So they took it as more. Unfortunately. So I had this kid, I think he was in my... I don't remember what kind of history class it was. It was whatever history class you take in freshman year. And I sat, like, we were sat in rows, and we were both in the front, and we, like, talked to each other. I was really nice to him. I'd help him, and I'd do, you know, like, group assignments with him. One day, I am at lunch. I bring lunch from home, and I take it, and I took it to the microwave. And, you know, I was sitting at the microwave waiting for it to cook. I think I had, like... I used to get, like, these little cups of chicken noodle soup. They're, like, cups. You would drink them, put them in the microwave, and heat them up. That's what I'd take to school. He came up to me, and he started talking to me. I was like, okay, you know... It's kind of cool. You're chatting with me. Let's chat. And then he, like, starts talking, and he was like, you know, like, we should hang out sometime. We should do something. And I was like, oh, yeah. And then he was like, oh, yeah, so, like, maybe next week we can, like, go to the mall. You know, my dad can take us. I was like, saying yes because I was being, like, really nice. You know, like, I don't leave my house. I don't hang out with people. But now he's, like, making plans. And I'm like, oh, yeah, that would be fun. Yeah, sure. And then I, you know, quickly walked back to my little table. So another one of the really nice girls, I'd say she was like kind of like me, but she was like me if I were popular, right? She was a cheerleader, but she's like not like the Mean Girls cheerleader. She's like the friends with everyone bubbly blonde girl cheerleader, right? She comes up to me and she's like, hey, this boy, I really don't remember his name. This boy, he's like over at his table, you know, like celebrating because he managed to ask you out. I was like, ask me out? And then I was like, oh, he just asked me out. And so I went back to my table and I was talking, I had my friends there, and I also had my friends' friends there. I didn't know the friends' friends, but they were nice. So I'd chat with them and stuff. One of the friends' friends, she's like butch lesbian type girl, you know? Like, she's very, very strong core, like, really assertive. She's like, don't worry, I'll handle this. I'm like, what are you doing? She gets up, she goes to the table where he's sitting with, you know, I'm trying to be nice. This is like, all the neurodivergent kids would sit at this one table. Like, anyone, it was like the widest spectrum, but all of them would sit at this one table, right? He went up to him, and he's like sitting at the end of the table, and she's like, she's not interested, leave her alone. Anyways, I think it crushed his heart because he never talked to me again. I feel really bad. I wish I could have let him off easy. He might have been scared too, potentially. I do feel bad about it to this day. That's why I memorize it so well. I feel terrible about it because he was a nice kid. But I feel like I'm very much a product of like my own inactions, you know? I really kept to myself. I was really scared of talking to people because I was heavily bullied from elementary school to middle school. Middle school, I dropped out and went to online school because I was not only being heavily bullied in school by a kid who is in jail now for indirectly killing a girl with drugs, by the way. He was my worst bully. He beat me up in middle school. And I was also getting bullied by my teachers. So I moved to online school. Anyways, I was really kept to myself because of all that. I did everything I could to not stand out. I sat in the back of the class. I was a quiet kid, but not in the creepy way. I was a quiet kid as in I looked like an NPC. I tried to make myself an NPC, you know? Speak when spoken to, otherwise keep to yourself. Be polite. Don't just whatever you do, don't stand out. And as a consequence, I didn't get experiences like hanging out with friends often outside of school. The only experience I had is I had a little art club that I would participate in from like freshman year to like sophomore year until the friends I was friends with, they had drama with each other and they kind of broke up. But after that, I just like, you know, I didn't go out to outings. You know, my friends were getting cars and driving themselves places. I was like worried that like I'd be in trouble if I left the school or something. You know, I just completely stayed in my own lane. Didn't really end up creating long-term friendships that lasted outside of school. And also like didn't like date and like it was like, you know, product of my own inaction. I didn't go to prom either. I like really didn't want to go because that meant I would have to like reach out to friends. And by the point that prom rolled around, like I was like especially distanced myself from every other person in the school. So I was like, I'd have to reach out to my friends and be like, hey, can I like be a +1 to your group? And it was just gonna be like awkward and sad. And I was like, I didn't want to go to prom. So I didn't go to prom. My mom was really sad about it. My biggest regret about that is just making my mom sad that I didn't go to prom. Because I know she was excited to like take me dress shopping and stuff. And Anyways, there's some rambling about some high school romances. I was oh, that just reminded me. I was also flirted with. I was flirted with in the nurse's office, because I was always in the nurse's office. I was always having cramps that were so severe I'd have to leave the school. So I would lay in the nurse beds until my mom could come pick me up. And some guy was there, and he was just like, I don't know what's wrong with him. But, you know, we were there for a while. My mom couldn't get out of work to come pick me up right away. So we were just like chatting it up. And he was like totally hitting on me. I really want to go out of my way to start making friends now, though. Like, I make friends online, but I want to try talking to people. The whole concept of, like, having friends to, like, I don't know, go do things with. Or, like, have friends that, like, invite you over for a barbecue. Or, I don't know. I want that. I really want that. It's just like a matter of figuring out the right places to meet people, you know? I have not discovered that yet. I'd have to really go out of my way. I don't know if like I can like find like, because there's also like, do I have time? And I don't have a lot of time, but like, I'm like, do I find like local gaming things? But then am I gonna like, I don't know. I'm gonna have to like lower my standards a lot, because I don't want to like, I feel like I'm like, oh, I want to meet like people who have interests with me but are like normal, but I'm gonna like, there's like no such thing as people who have interests, the same interests as mine, and they're also normal, because I'm not normal. So I have to like bring it down and be like willing to just meet whoever wants to be my friend. But then I also worry that, what if I get like, what if I meet someone scary and they like wanna, they wanna like kidnap me? Lower my standards? Yeah, well, I want to meet nerdy friends, right? I want people who like video games and like anime, you know? I want people who I can like share the same interests with, you know, like go hit up an arcade. Not meet like normies. But I also recognize if I want to meet people that are not normies, I'm gonna like be taking a gamble on like what level of weirdness they are. Six, 7. Only normies go out, bro. Sorry. Not true. Or maybe it's a lost art. Do people still get together for like D&D? I've never done D&D, but if I met some nerdy friends that wanted me to do D&D, I sure as fuck would learn D&D. What about LAN parties? Is that still a thing? I also really want friends that I can go to concerts with. That's another thing. Because I really want to go to concerts. But I can't go to concerts by myself. That is one part of why I moved where I moved. Is my prospect of meeting people and having friends is a lot higher here than Normieville back home. Because I come from like pretty rural farmer town adjacent place where everyone's boring and their favorite interest is football and Taylor Swift. You know? Yo, got 8 taxes. Thank you for the tip. Thank you, thank you, thank you. I don't know why my text-to-speech didn't play. You should get into Warhammer 40k. Unironically, I have considered it just based on the community. The community is cool. The community is pretty cool. Some are really weird, but some of them are also really cool. I did get rid of the bun bite TTS temporarily because I moved around some files and I'm gonna have to fix things. I'm gonna have to fix it, so I think what I need to do is I need to find more interests that would promote meeting people in real life behavior. Does that make sense? A lot of my hobbies are terminally online and do not allow for conjuring of in real life meeting. Guns is always the answer. But Guns also has a shit ton of normies in it. They do have dating sites for people that just want to make friends. They do. I forget what they're called. I know there's literal apps specifically for that, but it's always not for dating. It's for orgies. Yeah. They've tried many times to make apps like that where it's like Tinder for not dating, Tinder for friends. And it's always not that, you know? Might be a small chance you can make friends with other VTubers and turns out you live relatively close. I think my chances are probably higher now. Now that I'm not living fucking rural life. Yeah, I probably could. I probably could. But then I guess there's the thing of like managing time for both of us, especially. That's another thing. I really want to meet people and make friends, but I'm also always busy. Like, my days off are usually the days I do errands. So, for example, my days off coming up after this weekend, I need to go grocery shopping. I need to go get my car registered. I need to go get a new license. New driver's license. I need to get a plate. What else? I needed to do something else. Oh, I need to go to the pharmacy and get my meds. Just set them up. Just set them up to walk them down. And there's always that guy that works nights and gets calls at noon, like, what you doing? Start calling him at 3 a.m. then never forget again. What? Sounds like a normal life, not much to do stuff because of work and chores, yeah. I could probably improve on that if I woke up at a reasonable time But then I miss out. Then I miss out on online antics. So like it's like I have to choose a world. Do I want real life friends, or do I want online friends? And I want my online friends. I'm never gonna lose my online friends. So it's like, you can have a pod in both worlds. No, that's against the warrior code. I'll have you know it's against the warrior code. In fact, it is a quote from the first book, Into the Wild by Blue Star. You cannot have a paw in both worlds. She tells that to Rusty when she brings up that he should join ThunderClan. Learn to pronounce. Bro pulled out the chapter and page. I could probably actually do that. Do you guys want me to do that? Wait, hold up. Dude, my neighbors are cooking something and it smells like farts. Genuinely, it smells like farts. All right, I think I know where in this book. Damn it must be really early in the book. I'm sorry. I can't. All right. Oh no, I'm a fake fan. Lionheart is the one that says it. No, I'm a fake fan. All right. At least I know where in the book it is. It says, understand that Blue Star does not make this offer lightly, warned Lionheart. If you wish to train with us, we will have to take you into our clan. You must either live with us and respect our ways, or return to your two-leg place and never come back. You cannot live with a paw in each world. Warrior Cat's tourist. I'm sorry. Here, Backseat, read this book. I gave it to Backseat so he can read it. What the fuck my Tama want? What you bitching about, Tama? Why are you dying? Tamas are so needy. Like a millionaire. Sorry. Alright. Eat these scones. And then eat this pudding, eat this tart, and eat this soda. Cool. I want to be actually no, I don't want to be a millionaire. I've thought about this. I don't want to be a millionaire. Because I feel like being rich and having a lot of like spendable money and extra money, I would feel little senses of accomplishment every day, and I need a senses of accomplishment to survive. to emotionally survive. I feel like if I was rich, then I wouldn't experience struggle, and I think experiencing struggle is a good thing, because once you beat struggle, then you have a sense of accomplishment, which gives you drive and motivation. Have kids. Are you trying to bankrupt me? I would have kids if I were a millionaire. But also there's this concept to think about. When I was a kid, $1 million sounds like a lot of money. But in the grand scheme of things, if I won $1 million in the lottery, I could, like, unless I'm good about it and reinvest it instead of spending it, like, it gets taxed for one, and then, like, say I use it to buy a house. Houses are, like, expensive. So, like, if you win from the lottery, like, the best thing to do is continue life as you're living it now and reinvest it and make money off the money. Also, tell nobody. No one. Don't even tell family. I know if I won the lottery and I told family, they'd immediately want a bunch of it, and they'd be like guilt tripping me, like, I should have made you. That's a real thing. I should have made you get a real job, even though you're making more money than me and you make more money than your brother. I should, because I'm losing this argument where I want you to take out a loan for me. I want you to take out a $40,000 loan for me with your credit, so I can fix my debt. I should have made you get a fucking job when you lived with me. Sorry, I have trauma. I no longer live near my parents. I can get taken advantage of a lot less now. I guarantee you, if I had started VTubing, although it would completely change who I am now, and I'm thankful, I would never change anything about the past, because I believe everything happens for a reason. I do think I would have turned out to be a much better state of a VTuber if I had not ever VTubed while living with my parents. Or living near my parents. If I had started VTubing as a fully functioning adult on my own, I feel like I would have avoided a lot of issues. Though I'm very, very happy to be indie now. One of, like, it's not the reason, but one of the reasons why I am indie VTubing is because I was worried about affecting my parents' financial shit. You know what? Financial shit situation is a good way to word it. Even more. I don't want to affect it even more. I paid them bitches mortgage multiple times and completely went from having a balance in my bank to zero multiple times for them. Never again. By the way, I was supposed to be paid like 2 weeks ago. I was promised again, because I'm always getting promised I'm gonna get my money back for the last 2 years, and it never came. $6-7. I'm sorry for ranting. It it's really fresh in my mind, so I am a little peeved about it. So I am gonna fucking freak the fuck out over it because it's fresh on my brain. Active situation, but I am peeved. Oh, I didn't even tell you. I don't think I told you guys about this. So I got, what was it? Memorial Day? Whatever day. I got that confused with Mother's Day, and I thought the Mother's Day was on Memorial Day or whatever. Right? Whatever that is. Anyways, basically what happened, Mother's Day came. I hadn't texted my mom yet Mother's Day because I didn't realize it was Mother's Day. I got texts from 2 people who never text me. Ever. Many months in between last texts. I get a text from my brother. I get a text from my godmother saying, have you told your mother Happy Mother's Day yet? And knowing based on experience and history, because like this happened when I was moving away, my mom talked about me to other family members and stuff behind my back. I had just assumed that exactly was what was going on. I texted my mom, Happy Mother's Day. Sorry, I thought it was the other day. My bad. When I was moving away, my mom, every time I brought up that I was moving, or like I would bring up like, like, oh, I need to do this for moving. Oh, I need to do this. She would text me like, hey, okay. Hey, like I'd send her paragraphs and she'd be like, hey, for no reason. I sit down for my last like out to eat dinner with my mom, my dad, my grandma, and my grandpa. And for no reason, my mom starts beef at the table because I'm moving. And my grandma jokes to her. She's like, oh, are you talking to her now? And I'm looking at her like, she was giving me the silent treatment on purpose. And I had known by this point that she had talked to my grandma on my other side, my brother, my godmother, my aunt, about how upset she is at me for moving away for whatever reason. For whatever reason. So like, this was like during like a winter storm. My whole deal was I had canceled and changed the times for because I had movers for both where I was moving from and where I was moving to. I had moved both of these sets of movers and my U-Haul multiple times by this point. And so now I was like, I am not going to change anything about my plans until we have a definitive look at the weather, like at least 2 days, or at the latest 2 days in advance to the move, right? Because I didn't want to inconvenience the people that I had already moved multiple times because they have other clients. Regardless of this storm happening or not, they have other clients that they are still moving. And she accused me at this dinner of being selfish and inconsiderate because I was simply waiting and seeing instead of canceling everything and moving it 2 weeks later. My parents left me. This is before I had my license. My parents left me. Well, it's less than my dad wanted. My dad was totally chill, but my mom was like freaking out on me. My mom refused to like have a conversation with me and then made me figure out how to get home myself. My last dinner back home. It fucking sucked. Because like, when you put it in perspective of me, my parents don't get along. they don't get along at all. Like, constant, like, are they gonna fucking divorce or not? I stuck up for my mom through everything my whole life. I would get in between fights on her behalf. And I would give her, like I said, I'd give her fucking money. She would literally, she'd take me out saying she's gonna take me out for coffee, and then she'd take me out for coffee and then drive up to the bank and be like, so actually I need some money. And then I'd be like, I can't really give that to you. That's like gonna fucking put me in a really bad financial situation. No, you just didn't understand this. I'm gonna lose it all. I can't do this. You're gonna just fuck me. And I'd end up giving her money, you know?
You got the motherfucking right to remain violent. Hollow points hiding in my clip. I'll take 25 just to watch your life end. I pray, Father, please forgive me for I sin.
The whole way, moving where I live now was fucking mentally exhausting. The last day that my parents were here, well, no, okay, hold on. First, the day we went to go move me in, my mom and dad Karened out and were yelling at the apartment management. And in front of a bunch of people, there's a bunch of people sitting in the lobby. And then my mom pulled me aside and scolded me in front of everybody like I was a child because I signed my lease without her consent, without my mom's consent. And then the very last day my parents were here, my mom pulled me aside again to tell me how selfish I was, and I'm your mother, and like, reason being because I wasn't there the whole day. I was out and about enjoying my new home. I had specifically told them, hey, I just need you to like if you're gonna be here, like I just need to move in. I can move. I can, like, I've got movers. I'm gonna handle everything, like moving myself in. I don't need you to do anything. I come back to my apartment and I find that they've gone against my will and set up and decorated my apartment with my stuff. Like, I told them not to go into my boxes. They went into my boxes and started setting up my apartment. And they like bought me like paper towels and like laundry packets. And they're like, if you had been here today, your dad would have taken you and bought you whatever you wanted. I was like, I didn't ask you to do this. Like, we spent all this time setting up your apartment for you. I told you not to. I told you I had it. Wanna bet that's the reason well, I think that's why, I don't think that's why it's such a shit place. I think it's a shit place on its own, but I think that's why they won't talk to me. I think that's why my apartment management won't reach out to me, because they're worried that my parents, because my mom has randomly called my apartment management since I moved here to like bitch out on them. It's so irritating because I know that like there's an expectation now that like I need to act cool and chill about everything, despite that being my entire last in real life experiences with my parents, aside from my brother's wedding. But my brother's wedding, I still kept to myself mostly. I mostly spent time with like my grandparents and stuff. But I feel like my mom has talked so much to certain members of my family. She talks to my brother every day. I don't have a really close connection with my brother, I admit. Just ever since he moved out, like, we didn't really talk. I wasn't a texter, so, like, unfortunately, our closeness drifted apart. But I know that there's, like, some sort of, like, I can see it when people talk to me, because when I reach out to them to, like, get help, I know there's, like, this sort of, like, impression of me that I am just some kid. And not like in like a maternal way where they always view the kid of the household as a kid. No, I think they like genuinely think, based on the way I've been talked about, they think I am some incapable child. Because this whole time before I moved, like, I was getting told by like my brother, other family members not to move because I couldn't do it because, oh, I couldn't drive yet, or I don't have a gun. The goalposts kept moving. So what did I do? I learned to drive. I got a gun. I had already been living by myself perfectly fine, paying the bills and paying my parents' mortgage all by myself. And they're like, they have like, because they don't live local anymore, they just hear about me from my mom. They have like this weird impression of me. I'm some like incapable child. When I've never been incapable. I'm gonna be honest, I've never been incapable. Since I was like 12, I was taking commissions online. I paid for everything I owned. My parents didn't buy me anything. I bought everything myself with my own money that I would make. I would make little side hustles online, make money up until I became a VTuber. And even then, when I'm VTubing, I'm still taking commissions, finding other revenue sources. Like, I am fully capable. I'm proud of myself, of how capable I am as an adult. When literally everyone was like saying that, like, even back when I first moved out, that I couldn't move out on my own because I wasn't ready. And then when I wanted to move here, I was being told I wasn't ready for the real world because the way I was living was not like the real world. But here I am managing the real world. I am financially responsible. I am capable of chores. I am capable of errands. I am capable of I'm capable of living in the literal fucking, like, I don't know, it's like a fucking ghetto. It's a fucking ghetto. I'm capable of living in the fucking ghetto and figuring out what to do about it. I haven't asked a single family member for help in the last, I don't know, who knows how long. I know at least, like, since I've moved out, I have not asked for help. I've handled everything myself. This entire move, I paid for myself. I don't get financial help from family, ever. Not that they ever would be able to, because they can't even pay me back what they owe me. The family just not listen to you, even when shown evidence. I don't know, maybe it's because maybe they just don't see me enough to know that, or maybe I'm too shy, or like, I don't know what it is. I hate blaming myself, but it feels like I have to like blame myself, like, why can't people see me for who I am? Like, when I needed more money, what did I do? Like, I went and I sold a bunch of my stuff recently. When I was like, I need some extra funds. I went ahead and sold a bunch of my stuff. My parents are in like some weird debt situation, but they have a house they could sell. They have furniture they don't use that they could sell. But like, they couldn't possibly think about that because it's all, we gotta keep up this impression that we're better off, or like well off, or like better off than we actually are, you know? I've been doxxed. And people use my docs to try to say that I'm well off. I'm not well off. My family are LARPers. My family are fucking LARPers. Everything is about impressions in my family. I mostly put that on the blame of my dad's side of the family. They're very higher class type people, where they have to like give off this impression that they're so impressive. Anything that they can flaunt, they will flaunt. When I lived in a house, I lived in a house. My parents' house is not a home, it's a house. They dress it up like it's some stage home, and any sort of clutter is deemed as filthy. If there's a cat tumbleweed, as I call it, like a piece of cat hair, the house is absolutely filthy and needs to be cleaned top from bottom. Because you never know, at some point people might see our house. We had to fully clean our house every Halloween because kids come to our front door and they can see into our home. That is the state of the house I was raised in. I think you guys can see why I moved away and why I love humbling myself. That is like my biggest thing that I've learned as an adult, is I love being humble. I love not living in fucking luxury. I love not fucking sweating over having nice things. I love thrifting. I love apartment living. Well, not entirely. I love not automatically inheriting something, you know? I love the struggle of finding my own life through being an adult, like going through the processes, going through struggle. I love that. It gives me drive, it gives me motivation. I'm so goal-oriented. I think you guys know that because I debut models. You know why I debut models? Because I'm goal-oriented. If you notice times where I'm not working towards like a model or something, I kind of like motivation low because I need goals. I need something that I'm working towards at all points. I need it. I'm sorry if it's annoying, but it drives me. It drives me. So like with life, working towards getting a better place to live. You know, like before it was working towards getting away from my family, living somewhere cooler. Now it's, I live somewhere cooler, but in a shitty apartment. I need to find a better apartment, you know? And then I can work towards maybe getting a house one day. My very first house, you know? It's really important to me. I like being humbled. Sorry for going on such a long fucking tangent. But like, but then also there's a self-realization that I have right now that I'm like, all this shit stuff happened to me, and it's like, maybe I'm masochistic. Maybe I'm masochistic, but I kind of love it. I kind of love it because it makes me feel so much more accomplished. It makes me so much more proud of myself. Like, all this shit was fucking happening to me, but regardless, here I am. And I can be like, haha, proving you otherwise. Fuck you. You said I couldn't do this, and guess what? I'm doing it. Fuck you. That feels good. I get to have an ego finally. I get to not feel, because I spent my whole life when I was younger hating myself, wanting to die. Like, I fucking hated my life. I hated the state of my family. I hated that I had no friends. I hated being bullied. I hated being shit on. And now, suck it, fucking losers. I'm an anime girl on the internet, and I'm doing everything by myself. Like, fuck you, you said I couldn't, but here I am. Here I fucking am! Fuck you! Fuck you! And I hope that gives you motivation too, to say fuck you to anyone who says you can't do shit, because you can! You absolutely can! It's a fucking mindset! It's a fucking mindset! Stroke your ego! Stroke it! Stroke it harder! Stroke it as hard as you can! Fuck yeah, this is who we are! Yeah! It burns! Yeah, give that shit what do you call it? An Indian burn? Yeah! Do that! I love you guys. It feels so good to get out of my system. In my case, a little more than that. I want to make something exciting and organic, not fixed to the moon and handed. Absolutely, that's fuck yeah. You make your own fucking path. You make your own path. I am feeling better. I did not get much sleep last night. I'm gonna be honest with you. It's really hard to handle containment, but I'm doing okay. I'm doing so much better. Goodbye, Johanna. Have a good day at work. Thank you for letting me vent too. I know people sometimes give streamers shit for, like, I guess trauma dumping. And I get it sometimes. But for me, as a VTuber, you guys are my source of, like, letting it out, right? You are the people I have to talk to about it all. And it's very important not to bottle this shit up, because that's how you get brainworms. So being able to literally just spill it all out in front of you guys, it feels so good. It feels so good. It's like, I don't need you to be my therapist, but I do appreciate the fact that you guys listen, you know? Sometimes that's all you need. You need someone who can just listen. You know, you're not exactly asking for advice. You're not exactly asking for help. You just need someone who can hear you out and get it off your chest. And that's what feels good. So I really appreciate that you guys let me. Because I needed to let it out. And I love you guys. You guys are the fucking best! Best! Don't let anyone tell you otherwise. You are the best community. The best. The absolute 100,000th best. Alright? There's no one better than you. Not a single VTuber community is better than you. I will start beef with every VTuber community because I know you are number one. You're not just fighting me. You're fighting the pack. When you pick a fight with one of us, you pick a fight with all of us.
Let's get this party started.
How does it go? I have to look it up. All right. If you stand behind me, I protect you. You stand beside me, I respect you. But if you stand in front against me, I will show you no mercy. Venting is fine. We all share burdens to feel a little better. Difference between pity / trauma dumping is taking action after to improve your situation. Yeah, no, you're actually absolutely right. You're absolutely right. I see the difference. Yeah, because there are absolutely some people who out there who will just share their woes and then do absolutely nothing about it. I know there are some things in life that we have no control over, but there's always something you can control, and it is how you handle it, how you act upon it, how you let it affect your feelings, how you let it affect your life, and what you do about it. Like, you can absolutely control yourself even if there are factors affecting you that you cannot control, right? There may be something super shitty happening to you, but you can choose whether or not to let it actually affect you and affect your fucking path. You can always do something about something in a way that like makes it affect you less. If that makes any sense at all. That's something I had to learn. I feel like everyone at some point goes through what I'm going through at different points in their life. I think what I'm going through is I'm just going through it young, because I am actively going through so much shit. But everyone will have a moment of realization in my life and in their lives like I haven't had in my life. And I wish it upon everybody. Because it's freeing when you finally like see from a different perspective your entire life. It's like you're like literally watching yourself through a camera all of a sudden, and you're like, wait, I didn't notice that before. Some people genuinely never learn. I guess so. I think everyone should, maybe as a better way to word it. Everyone should go through it. This brings me to another discussion. NEETs. You guys know, some of you know how I feel about NEETs if you're like active in the Discord and stuff. I feel very strongly, my perception of NEETs has completely changed. A couple years ago, I was like, woo, yeah, NEETs! Because like, it's funny, and I was like, not like properly adulting yet. So I was like, I didn't have the perspective of an adult. I do not think you should be a NEET. And a lot of VTuber fans are NEETs. So I'm gonna make you mad if you are a NEET. I do not hate you if you are a NEET. Let me preface that. I don't fucking hate you. I want you to do better as a NEET. Because you're capable of doing better. And that falls into like the pity, trauma dumping kind of person. Like if you really think, oh no, I can't do better. I'm the worst. I can't do better. I'm never. No, shut up. Shut up. You're being stupid. You're being a fucking idiot. No, you can do better. And you should do better, not for anybody else. Not for friends, not for your family, not for your crush. You should not do better for them. You should do better for yourself. All right? Lipstick, you don't smile. Sorry. The song is really bop. I love it that you're so creepy. Okay, anyways. You're absolutely capable of so much more. And you need to stop being a fucking dumbass and shitting on yourself. Because what you're being is a fucking dumbass. Alright? Sometimes people need to hear it this way. You're being a dumbass. Stop being shitty to yourself. I was shitty to myself because I was a dumbass. Alright? You're not a fucking dumbass. You're choosing to be a dumbass. You can choose not to be a dumbass. Being a dumbass is always a choice. It is not a fucking... it's not a trait. I'm sorry, it's not a trait. Anyone who's being a dumbass is choosing to be a dumbass, and that's why they're a dumbass, okay? You are capable. If you are in your 20s plus, and you are exhibiting the behaviors of a NEET, let's work on it, all right? My community, one thing we work on with NEETs in our community is we help them try to get out of their NEET situation. That's why our community is fucking awesome. Multiple members of our community started as full NEETs and they fucking hated their lives. And then they turned their lives around, stopped being NEETs, and now they fucking, they find things that they didn't even know that they could do before. Like spend money on things that they want. Alright? If you are struggling with mental health, there's no definitive way for anybody. Try therapy. You can't afford it. Try talking to people. Because talking to people, especially people who are mature, put together adults, not fellow NEETs. Do not vent to fellow NEETs. Fellow NEETs cannot do anything for you because they are in the same situation as you. Reach out. Make some friends. And just try talking to people. Alright? 2. A common trait people do not have. They cannot cook for some reason. Learn to cook. Please. Too many of you do not know how to cook. Too many VTubers do not know how to cook. It is very concerning because it's not hard. I'm sorry. If you don't know how to cook, it is a product of your own stupidity. All right? And what did I say about stupidity? Stupidity is a choice, right? Stupidity is a choice. You are choosing to be bad at cooking because it is not hard. And if you don't believe me, all right, all you need to do, pull up YouTube Short, pull up TikTok, pull up Facebook. Actually, don't pull up Facebook because they'll probably give you AI shit. Don't use AI recipes. Get a fucking recipe. I promise you, it is a step-by-step process. They give you all the tools you need, aka ingredients. And they show you how to use them. And it's easy. It does not take skill to cook basic food. Alright? It's not skill, it's willpower. Alright? When I was younger, I didn't know how to make eggs. And I was telling myself, oh, I don't know how to make eggs because cooking is hard. No. Cooking eggs, you take eggs, you crack them, and you put them on a pan, and you let them get heated up. And then, like, maybe you, like, scramble them. Alright? It's not hard. It was, I didn't have the willpower to learn to cook yet because I was a stupid teen. Bro forgot the oil. I wouldn't use oil for eggs. It's up to you. That's a taste preference. I use butter, but I use butter if I don't have what I have. What I have is I have a collection of bacon grease, and that's what I will use for eggs. But if I absolutely did not have bacon grease, I would start with butter. But it's literally a step-by-step process, and you can watch a billion videos on how to make anything. The real skill comes in and making advanced dishes, making, you know, like extremely in-depth dishes that require requires skill. I wouldn't say cooking is a talent. Cooking is a skill, right? You don't go into cooking immediately having a talent for cooking. The high level cooking shit is people who have worked years and years and years to get to where they're at, and learning how to do things without needing the step-by-step processes written out for them. You know, if you put holes in eggs, you can microwave them without exploding. I did know that. I used to make scrambled eggs in the microwave before I had the willpower to use a pan. I didn't learn how to use a pan. I didn't have the willpower to use a pan because I was scared of stoves. So I'd cook them in the microwave. It's literally a discipline issue. 2. I know I'm kind of being a dickwad because I'm speaking from... I was blessed to become a VTuber. Very blessed that I could make this my job. However, if you do not have a job, you should get one. And this is gonna be kind of mean, but a lot of you need to get an entry-level job. I am sorry, you cannot skip all the steps to become a manager at like the coolest fucking... You can't become a manager at Disney World, you know, right away with no job experience, right? You cannot go in immediately doing what you want to do all the time. I'm sorry. I know I'm not speaking from the same experience because I didn't go to McDonald's. But I started somewhere, you know. I wouldn't have gone into VTubing if it hadn't been for where the employment route I took. I started freelance work as a young age, and then I did manual labor. All right. I did farm work. I was a stable hand. That required heavy lifting and shit. That's where I started. And then I got to a position where I was able to transfer over from small YouTuber and artist into VTubing. That's how I got here. However, talked with many people, seen many people, had many discussions about work. And I promise you, if you're a NEET who does not have a job, you need to get a beginner job. You cannot wait around hoping a job will be just, here you go. Here you go. Here's your dream job. I'm just gonna hand it to you. No work required. This is just, here you go. That's not gonna happen. That's not fucking realistic. Go sign up for McDonald's. If you have never submitted a job application, you're not gonna get a job. Unfortunately, you'll see a lot of NEETs who are like, oh, I can't get a job. They've never submitted a job application before. They don't have a resume. They're just bullshitting. They're product of their own inaction, like I talked about, where the situation I created with myself socially was a product of my own inaction. We are not without blame for the positions we're in. Yes, there are factors that affect our lives, but also our actions or inactions have a fucking play into the positions we get put in. Put in some applications. Keep putting in applications until you can land a job. Then you can work up from there. And guess what? We've proven it with NEETs who have gotten their first jobs in our community that getting a job can fucking change your life. Because guess what? Now you can buy the things you want. And then you can move to the next step, which is you can build savings. I know credit cards are not for everyone, but unfortunately, if you want to rent in 2026, you kind of need a credit score. Build a credit score. I regret not building a credit score as soon as I turned 18. That is one of my biggest regrets. Because you know what matters in a credit score? Credit age. You know how old my credit is? A little over a year. Which is not good. Not necessarily good. But I made up for it because I was a responsible credit card owner. I have 2 credit cards. My rent also reports as credit. That's a thing you can do, by the way. I use Flex. Flex reports your rent payments to credit bureaus. Credit score is such an American problem. It is our equivalent of social credit, Chinese social credit. It literally is. But I have the world's most basic advice that they give everyone, and it worked for me. My first credit card was a secured credit card at $250. I don't think we're gonna play the game today. So if you're keen to watch the game, I don't think we're gonna play it today. This is a Yap day. This is a Yap day. I don't care. I didn't even really want to play Resident Evil anyways. I would rather play Resident Evil 1. I'm not gonna lie, I am the retro mindset right now with games. I want to play Resident Evil 1. Anyways, $250 secured credit card. You pay. It's a deposit. But it gets you your first credit card. And I put it my Discord subscription and my Spotify subscription. That's how I started. I put in my Discord subscription, my Spotify subscription, and paid it off every month in full. And that's how I started building my credit score. My credit got increased. It got increased from 250 to I think 500 at first. I think now it's like 1500. I think. Because I just kept it. I decided to keep it. They upgraded me to a different credit card. So that's what because I maintain good credit. They do credit increases automatically for me. I don't even have to request them. But that's a thing you can do. And I recommend it, especially if you want to build credit. And then I got a second credit card. It is from, what's it called? Synchronicity or whatever. So it's like not like a great place, but it's Amazon. Because I chose this credit card because I make a ton of Amazon purchases, especially as someone who moved out within Synchrony, that's what it's called. Especially as someone who moved out within the last 2 years. So I'm still like buying things for my apartment, like kitchen tools, and so I'm constantly like using Amazon. I went ahead and got an Amazon credit card. And that also helps my credit score. My credit score right now, I think, is like 700. Like sometimes I'll lose points, sometimes my points will go above. Like, you know, it changes like every day. But it's like 700. And I've had a credit score for less than 2 years. 6 or 7. Are the Amazon credit rates good? See, the thing is, my financial issues, I don't really pay attention to the rates, but that's because I can confidently pay them off. I do really like having the Amazon card though, because it does give me points on every purchase, which gets me money off. And I have what's it called, like the Amazon Premium, I don't know what it's called, but I get free shipping. And then I think I can use my credit card at Whole Foods for something. But yeah, I've had a credit score for like a year and a half. At my first place, I did need to provide like a lot more like bank statements and stuff to prove my capability of being able to pay my rent, because it's probably alarming when a girl is getting her first apartment and it's a 3-bedroom. I chose it because I could afford it. It was also cheaper than the 2 bedrooms at my old place. It was roughly, with utilities and everything, at my old place, I was paying about $1,500 a month. That was roughly what I was paying. I think my rent was about $1,300. And it was funny, the 2 bedrooms were like $1,400. I think it's because I live near a college. Not anymore. I lived near a college, so I think the reason the 2 bedrooms were more expensive is because they had the idea that like 2 people would be sharing the space, because it was like a 2-bed, 2-bath like situation. Like it was built so like they're basically 2 master bedrooms instead of my apartment, which was a master bedroom and 2 small bedrooms. So it was 2 big bedrooms and 2 full baths. So I think that's why the 2 bedroom was more expensive than the 3 bedroom. But then I also learned the consequences. I'm pretty sure this is why my rent was increasing so much. The consequences of living near a school is they want you to stay the entirety of your college, typically a 4-year, right? So because I didn't want to renew for an entire full year or more, or like 15 months at the old place, they wanted to increase my rent by like double. Is Kiba Italian? Only 1%. Only 1% Italian. Only 1%. I've done a DNA test. Only 1%. Even though my parents or my dad's side of the family swore they were Italian, I am pretty sure, because they swore they were Sicilian, I'm pretty sure they got that confused with Silesian. Because I am overwhelmingly Middle and Eastern European. Overwhelmingly. So think Czech, South Germany, Slovakia, it was Czechoslovakia, that's what the era of my family. So like Bohemia, Poland, Russian. They could have been using Italian as a status symbol. I don't know, Italians are really egotistical. So maybe they thought, I don't know. I need a tracksuit. That'd be cool. That can be easily done. This is a booth model. This is a booth kit bash. You would just have to yell at Remy, "Hey Remy, put more outfits on this bitch." Yes, they are food elitists. And I'm gonna be honest, your foods aren't very varied, Italians. Your foods are very basic. And unfortunately, I like the American versions of a lot of your food a lot more than yours. American pizza? Yes, I like pineapple pizza. Try. It is a delightful palate on my tongue. I love the sweet savory combo. I forget which VOD it is, but there is a VOD of me. I tried Hawaiian pizza. I think it was like maybe like a donathon from. It was some sort of event. I tried pineapple pizza for the very first time, and I was disgusted going into it. And then I ate it on stream, and I was like, "That's fucking amazing." No way, chat! The real Sameko Saba just followed me. It's the Sameko Spas. Sameko Spas, thank you for the follow. Whoop, whoop. My favorite VTuber Spas. Sameko Hard Bass. Hard Bass. Hard Bass. Sorry, she's a fish. Oh my god. Is her name Saba because you can No, that was really stupid. Don't. Never mind. Never mind. I can't spell. Don't listen to me. Don't listen to me. That hates taxes. Thank you for the gift memberships. Don't listen to me. Shut up! Shut up! Shut up! Shut up! Shut up! Hi, Ice Daddy. Okay, Ice Dad. Can I call you Ice Dad? I don't like saying Dad. I don't. I'm sorry. Can I just call you Ice Dad? Ice baby. Yeah, because he's got ice spice. Ice D. Sounds like I'm saying nice D. I'm gonna call you Ice Dad. I just like aged you up 40 years. That reminded me, I was in the mall a couple weeks back. Maybe I'm mean for this, but there was like a teenage boy at the mall. And he was calling his father daddy. And it felt so not right. Like, I'm used to like little 3-year-olds calling their dad daddy, or girls. But it was like a teenage boy calling his father, like they were like at a toy store, like he was like, "Daddy, can I get this one?" or something. I don't know. Like, "Daddy, look at this," or something like that. I don't know. I'm boy. Hi, boy. Where are you from? It did. That's exactly the impression it gave me. It gave me, and it surprised me that he was not blonde. Because it gave me like European, like British rich boy, like blonde. Daddy, I want that one, Daddy. You know? El Dorado, Kansas. My name Elijah. Wait, is it not Elijah? It's Elijah, the Elijah. Wait, why'd you time him out? Oh, you timed out the wrong person, I think. It scrolled, sorry. You're fine, a remnant. I'm sorry, a remnant. Accidental. I was like wondering, like, did you think Draco Malfoy was a VTuber? We don't allow like discussion about other VTubers unless they're brought up, but it's like, Draco Malfoy, the VTuber. Oh my god, that just made me realize I can't name a single male VTuber. Wait, no, Vox Akuma. Is he still active? I actually have no idea. Wait, no, he's gotta be active. I would have seen a meltdown otherwise. Oh no. I I at one point could name some male VTubers, I think. Is the burnt peanut a VTuber? No. I'm sorry if that's a hot take. No, he's not a VTuber. I consider VTubers anyone who is puppeting a VTuber model and also respects the medium and like associates with the medium. I don't think he respects the medium, and therefore I don't consider him a VTuber. I guess for the same reason, like, there's people who enjoy like furry characters, but they don't exhibit any signs of like participating with the community, respecting the community, like whatever. Like I don't consider myself a furry because of my experiences, but I still think kimonos can be fucking sexy. I don't like Western furries, but I think kimonos can be sexy. I don't respect the medium, clearly. Well, it's not that I respect the medium. I don't respect the people. So therefore, I'm not a furry. He's openly said one if he's not. I think he has. I don't have a source for that, so I can't regurgitate that confidently if he has or hasn't said that he is a VTuber. I did not enjoy well, there's two sides of it. I didn't enjoy VTubers being made a mockery of with the awards and him winning. But on the other side of the things, I also don't want normies in my medium. So Western furries just don't do it for me. Like, for example, when I was a kid, in cartoons where they had anthro animals, I was always a kid who was hypercritical of art styles for the shows I watched. So like, there's a lot of shows that people like anime that people like that are like really good apparently, but I can't get past the art style. JoJo's, sorry, I can't get past the art style. It's the same thing with furries. Like, in, I guess, anthro animals and like TV shows, I didn't like Bugs Bunny. Sorry. I hated his art style. I hated the art style of all the characters in that genre. Hated it. Wile E. Coyote. Fucking hate that art style. Mickey Mouse. Hate that art style. I hate the gloves. I can't stand the glove characters. I'm sorry. I just couldn't stand the art style. I hate that art style. I don't like it. It's very Western. Yes. Looney Tunes and old Disney cartoon. Not a fan. I'm not a fan of the big muzzles with the giant nose. Well, not entirely old Disney. Disney had good animal characters, like Lion King. I like the Lion King. Bambi, like Bambi. Aristocats, I like Aristocats. I love those art styles. But then you take like Goofy, and he's got his big nose and big muzzle and like weird proportions with like big feet, the tiny thin ears. I don't like that art style. And a lot of Western furries have that kind of art style to them, where it's the big muzzle, the exaggerated, not cute. There's like a difference. Like, anime exaggerates cuteness, moe, and then Western exaggerates features for like, I almost say comedic purposes. And I don't like that. That's just personal preference. I'm not saying it's bad. I'm saying I don't fucking like it. You're hurting my heart, that's the point. I'm sorry. So like, when you take kimono furries, they have like anime style eyes. They have more humanoid, like humanoid faces. And I like that. I really like that. Especially, so like the way It's like literally Thing Japan. I genuinely, I hate the bullshit that is like Thing Japan, and it's like you're shamed for liking Thing Japan when Thing Japan literally just is a different take. It's just like a different opinion on the stylization. Sorry, it's good. Thing Japan is good. I prefer Thing Japan. It's called an opinion. It's not an objectivity. All right. And I'm valid for having that opinion that Thing Japan is better. Just because I like it more. All right. So Japan, they exaggerate expressions in the eyes. Oftentimes. Eyes are the big one because they do expressions with eyes. In the West, they exaggerate sometimes everything, but mostly like the mouth, the nose, the body. They tell expressions like if you look at old cartoons, they move the whole body to express their feeling. You know, they're really angry, so they're gonna be jumping in the air, their hands straight down. They have a big angry mouth and there's steam coming out of their head, right? And then Japan, they express, you know, anger with their eyes and maybe like a little anger little symbol. I forget the name of that. I always forget the name of that. But yeah, I just prefer that. But I also heard a theory. So I could be pulling this totally out of my ass. I heard a theory that connects the enjoyment of Western styles versus Japanese styles with your preference for a pet. I've heard that people who like cats, as like primarily like cats, are going to lean towards liking Japanese style animation, or people who prefer dogs like Western style animation. And then I kind of believe that because most personas are dogs. Have you noticed that most personas are dogs of some sort? I think, then this is just my theory on it, where a lot of dog people can't read cats because cats express themselves through body language and subtle expressions, where dogs, on the other hand, have evolved to really show expressions in their face and have evolved to have eyebrows. So, to them, they're less likely to enjoy the Japanese style and cats because they have a harder time reading or relating to the subtleties of how that expression is made. That's just a theory. A Japanese theory. What if you enjoy both? I mean, maybe people will enjoy both dogs and cats equally. Like, both more likely. I would love to see a study. I would love to see a study. Cuteness preference or cuteness aggression? Perhaps. Special ones, sure. Not sure, but they're always dog furries. Now that's something to investigate. I like both cats and dogs with a preference for cats. And I like both old US and anime with a preference for anime. So that might be right. See? I'd love to get a survey. I'd love to get a survey with just 2 questions. Wait, I should make one and then just ask my Discord later. Do you like cats or dogs or both more? Or maybe I should make it a more of a spectrum. Make a five response spectrum. So it's like, I like dogs most. I like both with a preference for dogs. I like both. I like both with a preference for cats, and then I like cats. And then I have the same thing for Western and Japanese anime or animation. I'm very curious. I want to do it. I'm gonna do it. After the stream, I'm gonna make a Google form. Drooling Gremlin, hello! Thank you for the follow. Welcome in. And then people who hate pets, I don't like you in general. I hate people that don't like animals. There is a type of person who is like, I hate pets, they're filthy. I don't like you. I don't like you. You know what else is filthy? Children. But people still like children.
Hey, bitch. What's up? You know,
Oh my god, the song.
I don't have any fucking money. Like, I don't have any fucking money.
Hey, bitch. Do you really, really, really want to go hard? Sorry. The animation meme childhood of me just came out. La 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 la. I was an animation meme kid. That's what I used to do before VTubing. I was an animator. Lore drop. I mean, I think I've given vague hints about it, but that's what I did before VTubing. I was an animator. I wish I had the patience for animation now, but I don't have the patience or time. Back then I had all the time in the world because I was a kid in online school. Scream at the top of our lungs like la la la. Also, I want to say, I'm not a dog hater. I just don't think I would own one. I love other people's dogs. I love seeing dogs when I'm out and I want to pet that dog. I don't think I could own one. I'm too much of a cat person. I've had only cats my whole life. I'm a big cat person. I think cats are just more my pace, you know? Yeah, dogs do kind of stink. See, dog owners give cat owners shit. Cause like, oh, your litter boxes stink, right? But I think they're also nose blind to their dogs because every time their dog comes up to me, I can smell it. And I'm sure like it's fine if you are the owner of the dog, you get used to it and it doesn't bother you. And that's fine, right? Because it's your space and it's your dog, it's your life. I don't give a shit that it doesn't bother you. And it doesn't, and dogs don't like annoy me enough, like the smell doesn't annoy me enough to like get mad about it. Like, I don't get mad about it. Like, yeah, this stinks. I don't want it. I don't want to like take a deep breath. You know, like I don't want to take a deep breath of this person's dog. It stinks, but like I'm not mad at them for it. I'm not mad. Like I don't hate you and your dog for it stinking. That like you're clearly nose blind to it and okay in life with it. So like live your fucking life. Also, Warriors is greater than Survivors. True, but Survivors is a actually really good series. I need to finish it. I don't think I ever finished it. I read like the first 6 books, I think. I kind of remember it. I mostly just remember Lucky, which is the main character. I I remember the like main villain. I don't know. Survivors. If you guys read Warriors, Aaron Hunter has a couple other series. Survivors is Warrior Cats, but dogs, kind of. Like, they don't have clans, but there's a pack. It's like a post-apocalyptic world, I believe. It's a post-apocalyptic world where a bunch of stray dogs get together. The main character is a golden retriever called Lucky. Very good. It's kind of like Isle of Dogs, a little less extreme. Well, I mean, I guess Isle of Dogs still has existing humans, like survivors. Yeah, it is kind of written like a super long super edition. They do have Seekers. I never read Seekers. It was about bears, but I know it wasn't very popular. And then they have, what's it called? They have two series, two more new ones. One is just coming out, and people were super hyped about it because the first main character is a cat with like superpowers. I have to look them up. Brave Lands. I knew it had Brave in the name. Brave Lands. It's a nature-based epic set in African savanna following the intertwined fates of a lion, a baboon, and an elephant. I think I read part of the first book. I don't think I finished it. I bought it on my ebooks. I'm gonna have to I'm gonna just give it a new read and see if it's worth reading. Oh, they also have Bamboo Kingdom. I forgot about that. So Bamboo Kingdom is about pandas. I don't know anything about that. Renegades is the new one. That's what it is. Okay, so what is Renegades about? Because both the covers have pictures of cats. I'm really curious. Renegades, Aaron Hunter. They just eat bamboo and roll around the whole book. Well, like bamboo or like pandas are literally the dumbest animal. It's so cute. It's endearing. But I think it's really funny how stupid pandas are. It's probably I don't know. I mean, it could be. I wonder if they've gotten stupider over time because they're pretty much mostly bred in captivity. Were they always stupid in the wild? Okay. Dude, I hate Google's AI. I look up Renegades Aaron Hunter and they're like, Renegades refers to two popular young adult book series. Obviously, I'm talking about the Aaron Hunter series. Alright, let me just read the Amazon blurb then. Launch of a brand new series from Blockbuster Warriors author Aaron Hunter about orphan cat sisters who discover a secret world of magical creatures and the humans who are out to control them. Willow and Luna have been on their own since they were kittens. After their mother's death, they settled into a scrappy life in the heart of the city. But when a mysterious fire rips through their makeshift shelter, they're left searching for a new home. Luna is immediately drawn in by strange, secretive animals they meet in the park, animals they can somehow talk to, and who unlock their ability to perform magic. Willow is less sure about these so-called attuned animals and have no interest in joining their world or their fight against human witches who seek to bind the animals to learn them. Interesting. Oops. I didn't mean to do that. I'm sorry, chat. I am a fantasy fan to a degree. I am not a big magic fan. I'm literally from those memes. Like, are you a magic user? Do you approve of magic usage? Are you a fan of wizards and witches? And it's like, I guess I'm kind of on the team of anti-magic. But also in video games, I also always play not magic roles. I don't like magic. She hates Magic the Gathering. Also true. I'm just not a big magic person. Maybe that's why I never really got too into like Harry Potter. I think Harry Potter's cool. I didn't get like obsessed with it or something. I think maybe it's because magic is a little nonsensical. Maybe. I had to guess why I don't like it. I feel like maybe with magic, there's so much room to like just make shit up in stories. Like, yeah, this law exists, and maybe it conflicts a little bit with another law, but you know what? We write the story here. I think if a magic system has very hard rules, I am more interested in it. It can let writers get lazy because magic, yeah. Like the idea of like magical abilities to just conjure anything because you can, not a big fan. Because like I feel like I think too much about the effects on the world. Maybe that's why I liked Little Witch Academia. Because Little Witch Academia kind of had rules, and the concept of technology also like making magic a thing of the past. That's like in Little Witch Academia, that's like its whole thing. But magic is like kind of useless to the general world is how they see it because of the restrictions and laws on magic. They think technology is like the modern way, you know? Oh, you broke your glasses for Barrow. Yeah, like that's why I really like fantasy worlds that are like, it's really hard to find isekais that are set in a fantasy world that is not heavily reliant on magic and bullshit. I like people fighting with swords. I loved Game of Thrones. I loved Game of Thrones. Don't talk to me about the last season. I loved Game of Thrones. It was fucking awesome. All right? It was a fantasy world, and shit it wasn't like total bullshit, you know? It had fantasy elements. It had literal fucking dragons. It had the fucking, what do you call it? What were they called? Something walkers? Whatever they're called. I forget. It's been so long since I've seen it. Anyways, it like had restrictions. The White Walkers. Yeah, the White Walkers. It had fantastical elements, yet still maintained sense. Like the dragons existed and people wanted to abuse the dragons' power, you know? So like to me, in a world that has so much magic, my brain goes, well, why hasn't like someone absolutely like came and like Hitler-fied the world and taken over the world using magic yet? Or like, why hasn't this become capitalism? You know, like why hasn't the magic become capitalism? And I'm not someone who's like loves media that always like equates things to capitalism, but I also like conflicts that make sense, you know? I don't know. I'm just like surprised when I'm like when I see worlds based on magic and somehow there isn't like already a systemic, I don't know, control over magic, and like it's used to take over countries and stuff. Like it's not used in warfare. I don't know. It's like it's very much person on person conflict instead of I expect army on army conflict. Yeah. That's my feeling on magic. Minecraft mods that introduce magic, I hate them. But I love tech mods. I love, what would you call them? Like, you know, create? I love create. I don't know why my hand has stopped tracking. I might need to recalibrate my hands. I do know the battery is getting a little low.
Make a fist.
I'll make it a fish.
Bring 5 fingers together.
Okay.
Spread 5 fingers apart.
I'm spreading them.
All set.
Like a whore. Tinker's Construct, also awesome. I love how many create additional mods there are. Spreading your fingers where I put the dollars. Here. Put the dollars in. They need to create like a VRChat equivalent of, wait, no, don't they kind of? They have like a currency system now. How long is it until they make it so like the stripper VR chatters that like have like that are at the clubs that like do the pole dances and stuff? How long till they make it so you can actually like give them like donations by like putting the VR chat currency like on their thigh highs or something? VR chat, come on. You know you want to. Look, you don't even need to frame it that way. You know, just be like, new ability unlocked. Tip your favorite creators in VR chat by taking a VR chat dollar and sticking it to their avatar. And just frame it as a funny thing. This will be a heaven for groomers. It's already, VR chat's already a heaven for groomers. Literally, VR chat trollers, there's like hundreds of them now, and they expose multiple VR chat groomers on a daily basis. It's like their daily content. Their daily content is exposing thousands and thousands of groomers in VR chat. All of them are conveniently from the furry community. What? Who said that? By the way, since I might as well mention it. No way. All right, chat. This thing. You see it? Imagine you can shake it. Imagine the little Kiba shakes around. Gotta shake our keychain. It is at 80%, 86%, I think, actually. 86% of the way complete to funding. 86%. Donate. Well, not donate. It's not. It's a purchase. You're purchasing an item. Petition. Contribute $3 today. The rest of it when they get made. They won't be charged until these are made. $3 today to guarantee that these will be made. Otherwise, if we don't hit the goal, they don't get made. Contribute $3 today, and you could get yourself one of these and guarantee they're made for everybody else. But also, the pillow needs some love too. The pillow needs a little extra work. Sorry, it doesn't render properly when I'm transparent. So imagine this with 3D. It's a pillow. It's on my face. You can get it in 2 sizes. You can get it in a small size, or you can get it in a big size. Use it for punching. Use it for smooching. Use it for sleeping. Put it on your couch and have people come over and have it be a conversation starter. Like, what the fuck is this on your couch? Put it over your face. It's double-sided. The other side has my logo on it. But these ones need more. These ones need more than the keychains to be made. It requires a higher amount. So, same thing. $3 today for the petition. You can get either size. The rest will be charged when they're made. And they're not just regular pillows, they're plushie pillows. So they're gonna be made with plushie materials. So they'll be soft, they'll be squeezable, and easily punchable. We only have 15 days to hit our goals. We're only 15 days left. That's not a lot of time, that's about 2 weeks. Only 2 weeks left to hit our goals. And you guys remember my promise. Okay. Maybe you guys can help me with my containment issue. Tell girls or femboys to put the pillow on and make them more attractive. That's one thing I said. You can put it over their head. It's like a paper bag basically. And the best part is they have the flushed face. Oh no. Someone nearby accidentally set off a bunch of fireworks. My guess is 4th of July fireworks they were storing. Oh no, that can be dangerous. But when you say accidentally, where they're like, yeah, let's shoot off some fireworks and hope that we don't get in trouble. Maybe they forgot which month it is. Maybe they're like, shit, it's June. They're like, damn, this neighborhood sucks. Nobody shot off fireworks for 4th of July. What a bunch of losers. So they went out and shot some off. And then someone was like, hey, it's June, it's not July. Oh, you gave me something to be excited about. Oh my god, wait, what day is the 4th of July? What's the weekend? I kind of want to find some places local to watch fireworks. So I bet you they're cool here. Raiders? We have raiders? On Kit? Bagman! I'm sorry, I don't have notifications. Bagman! Thank you for the raid! Hello, Kick Raiders. Bagman raid greetings from Kick. Hi! Oh, it's only bags? What do you mean by that? Oh, it's only bags. Rude. Hi, Kick Raiders. Hello. What's up? This was gonna be a Resident Evil stream, and it turned into a chatting stream. I think it's because low-key deep down in my soul, I don't know why, I just don't want to play any more Resident Evil. I really want to play Resident Evil 1 though. I put a bunch of games on my wish list last night. I need to list these off and tell me if any of you guys recognize these names, because I want to stream every single one of them. I'm gonna slowly read every single one I want to play. This one's a fishing game. DR4. I immediately thought of you. If you're here, still DR4 fishing game. Scale the depths. Then we have Maze Bound, which is a co-op. Dino Crisis and 2. Elisa. Carnival Massacre. Evil Tonight. You Will Die Here Tonight. Tormented Souls, Fear the Spotlight, Replaced, Mold Rise, Lily's World XD, Don't Play This, Retail Hell, Heaven Does Not Respond, Gamble with Your Friends, and then I think I put some in my cart. Fear the Crow. And Replace. Yeah, the distinct cutscenes is really what's ruining both of these Capcom games. I want to play more Pragmata. I'm probably gonna actually play Pragmata tomorrow, but it is kind of ruining the experience for me in both Pragmata and Resident Evil Requiem, because normally you get excited about the cutscenes. I dread them because they're so badly out of sync. So badly. And it seems to be only a Capcom game problem across my PC. I'm also on Windows 10. I don't know if maybe they just don't give a shit about Windows 10 and maybe there's something there. I doubt that's the problem though. I'm pretty sure it might be a frame rate problem. Or optimized for console pop, probably. By the way, I am staying on Windows 10 until they pry it out of my fingers and make me switch. Windows 11 does not look pleasant to me. I'm so sorry. Sooner go to Linux. I would too if I weren't a streamer. I don't want to have to... I don't have the time or effort, like willing effort in my soul to want to go through the hoops to make it so I can play things that are incompatible out of the gate on Linux. I probably could if I had the time and courage, but I do not. I don't want to spend my time doing that. I genuinely don't. It's literally self-admitted. I am too lazy to do that. And I think that's okay. I mean, it's not even laziness. I feel like some people just have things they would rather put their time into. I think at some point, I think it would be cool to try... Well, first I want to make sure I've got everything I want and move things the way I want them to move on my laptop. I would like to try putting Linux on my laptop just to try it out. Because I have a laptop I do absolutely nothing with. Also, sometime I'm probably gonna go back home for Christmas. I'm going to go get my old PC. My old PC is still at my parents' house. I'm gonna pick that up and bring that back with me. I'm probably not gonna use it for anything though. I'm probably gonna take the parts out, sell the parts, and keep the hard drive. Yeah, this is exactly Twain. Yeah, I was thinking I want to sell the RAM. Yeah, the 1070. I can't believe people try to say I didn't need a new computer. I was streaming off a 1070. Fuck you. I do need to upgrade my graphics card on my current PC though. Doing a virtual machine first to try any Linux stuff. Don't virtual machines like cost? Or am I stupid? They're free? Okay. I gotta learn how to do that. I really want to get a Pikachu Kigurumi. It'd be cute to have for my model, but I'd be worried about Nintendo giving me shit. Fuck you, Nintendo. You can suck my wolfly penis. Nintendo, give me Animal Crossing. Anyone still own a 3DS? I do. I also own a DS. It's back there behind me. I need to get a new charger for my 3DS. Yeah, I kind of, since like the store is down now, I kind of want to mod mine and just put a bunch of bullshit on it. Yeah, I don't sell my consoles either. Feels too nice to like. It's too nostalgic to let go of. I think the game that's in my 3DS right now is Pokemon Sun. And then in my DS, there's... I gotta check my DS. Sorry you had to do that. Sorry, I had to see that. I have displacement lock on, so it doesn't move my model when I walk away. I've got Marble Madness and Clacks. That's what's in my... That's what's in my DS. Hey, don't judge me. I have I have the Club Penguin DS games, by the way. That's what I used to play. When I was younger, most of my games that I would get were like bargain bin garbage games. Because like, I was a girl, my parents didn't take me seriously as a gamer, so when my brother was buying his sports games, like his NBA games or whatever the fuck, I was getting bargain bin games. My brother is a PlayStation supremacist. It's crazy to think my uncles gifted my brother Halo. And he never played it. I feel like my brother would have been a changed person had he grown up playing Halo. But now I own it. And it's a collector's edition box, so who really won here? Another thing is, my parents wouldn't buy me games without like making sure it was like safe for me. My brother could have whatever the fuck he wants. He's a couple years older than me. But when I wanted Portal, my dad had to ask his brothers if it was safe for me to play. It became my favorite game ever, by the way. I'm a big fan of Portal. That is the game I have played most my entire life. Portal, I'm Christian. Meanwhile, my brother has been playing GTA games since well before my age at that time. Double standards. And now look who's the gamer of the family. Look who made a living off of gaming. It makes for a really, like, funny story, though. So, another reflection I've had on my life is that everything my parents had me in was everything, like, my mom wanted for me, or things my mom did in her childhood or wish she had done in her childhood. So, like, I did dance. I rode horses. They tried to put me in sports that I had no interest in. Like, they put me in t-ball. They put me in tennis. They tried a billion different things. They had me in beauty pageants. Yeah, we love living vicariously through our children. Meanwhile, my interests, very, very much into art. I was obsessed with art, animation, gaming. I had like random expressed interests at the time, like sports. Like I really wanted to get into like silks or all sorts of stuff. I had periodic different interests, but mostly like the main ones that stuck around were the art and the gaming and stuff. Instead of nurturing any of my interests, I never did anything in my childhood related to my interests until high school. The closest thing I had was I joined an art club on my own accord. And that art club was awesome until my friends like decided they wanted to hate each other and made it awkward. But like we painted murals and stuff in the town. I only have one memory from beauty pageants. I have trophies back home. So clearly I did it quite a few times. I have one memory. Oh, I also did, like, my mom tried to get me an act. I have one memory of beauty pageants. One. The only memory I have of beauty pageants was I remember being called and then they were like, wait, that was the wrong person. So, like, during, like, awards, during one of the beauty pageants. That was my only memory. Clearly, I've won plenty. But, like, my only memory, it was, like... So, like, clearly I was only young enough to, like, remember things that were, like, deeply upsetting. So my only memory of the beauty pageants was this one memory where I was, like, deeply upsetted. It was, like, kind of fucked up, you know? So it wasn't, like, toddlers and tiaras. I don't think people a lot know that most beauty pageants aren't toddlers and tiaras. But knowing that now that that's my only memory of it, there is still, like, a psychological bad effect that they can have on kids. Luckily, I don't take it... Like, it doesn't hurt me emotionally that, like, they, you know, they called the wrong name. But for me as a child, that was clearly a deeply embarrassing and upsetting situation that children shouldn't have to be in, you know? So, not regarding any toddlers and tiaras stuff, I think beauty pageants are bad for kids just because they can potentially hurt their self-esteem. That was just a situation where I had gotten embarrassed, but I can imagine situations for kids in beauty pageants where they can actually be deeply more hurt on a self-esteem level. Especially if beauty pageants back then were a lot different than how I imagine beauty pageants are now, because now you have kids who actually give a shit for some reason in elementary school about their skincare and their makeup. Which, by the way, I promise you, 10 years from now, we're gonna see Gen Alpha as older teens and stuff, and adults. They're gonna look like shit. Their faces are gonna look like garbage because of the amount of products their parents allowed them to buy and put on their faces at an age that was not appropriate for it. You do not need skincare. You haven't gone through puberty. You don't even have acne yet. Your face isn't producing oils. And the only one to blame is parents. For one, buying it for them. When I was a kid, I was not allowed to have makeup. At max, I was allowed to maybe play like Barbie makeup or like whatever. At max. I was not allowed makeup. I was not allowed to touch anyone's makeup. I was not allowed to wear makeup except for on recitals, dance recitals. It is okay. Parents don't realize now. It is okay to tell your child no. Your child's gonna give you the whole guilt trip. Oh, but all my friends are doing it, and my friends are gonna think less of me. No, they aren't. They're just using that as a means to get you to buy it for them. Children guilt trip their parents. Yes, that is a thing they do because kids want what they want, and they don't like being told no. But sometimes as a parent, you need to tell your child no. They do not need... What is it? Drunk Elephant? I don't even know these brands. The only one I know is because every kid wanted it was Drunk Elephant. First of all, children should not be uttering the word drunk. My parents wouldn't have bought that for me on the very premise that it has the word drunk in it, right? So your parents should... These parents should not be buying their kids skincare. They're not teenagers. Even then, teenagers don't need extreme skincare, like extreme high class fucking bougie shit, right? But you should not be buying your literal 10-year-old skincare and other products that contain a shit ton of chemicals that they don't need on their face. And you're not even researching it, by the way. You shouldn't be buying that for them because it's gonna fucking fuck up their face. It's gonna fuck up their skin. Because kids don't need that. The average person doesn't need anything besides soap and water oftentimes. Unless you're achieving like a super like glossy certain look or you actually have acne problems or something, you don't need an insane multi-step skincare routine. Sunscreen is good for... Not everyone needs sunscreen. But children should have sunscreen. Because they spend a lot of time outdoors. At least they used to. They probably don't anymore. But yeah, makeup, absolutely a fucking no. One, I genuinely think elementary schools, if they see kids wearing makeup, they should be allowed to say, hey, you can't wear that. You need to go like wash that off your face. Because not only is it bad for them, it affects the other students and makes them want to have makeup as well to be the pretty kids. No, kids do not need makeup. Elementary schoolers, especially. Stop giving the elementary schoolers makeup. If you want to start introducing makeup, wait until middle school. And what my mom did with me, I wasn't a makeup person, so I don't wear makeup, but I was allowed to wear foundation to, you know, cover up bad acne or something. And I think I was allowed to wear mascara. But absolute no's were like eyeshadow, lipstick, you know, just extra eyeliner. Those are no's. Like there used to be a progression in which kids were allowed to use makeup growing up. And I think it's good because kids are extremely impressionable, especially going into puberty. They care a lot all of a sudden about how they look, and that used to be a thing that was exclusive to like puberty. Like, oh no, I'm worried about how other people perceive me. But now these kids are worrying about it when they're learning how to do addition for the first time. There used to be a progression in which they slowly acquire these as it's age appropriate. And it's nothing to do with like people like to make arguments that like it's like anti-expression or anti like, or like it's somehow like sexualizing kids to care so much about their makeup or something. And no, it's caring about childhood mental development. These kids are getting fucked up because they worry too much at 12 years old how everyone perceives their makeup and their skincare routines. It makes me angry because if you keep these kids, if you stop buying this shit for kids and then you keep them off of fucking social media, suddenly all these kids have like accounts, you know, like you have to be 13 and older. Kids as young as like 6 years old have their own accounts now. They have their own Instagram, they have their own Twitter, they have their own TikTok, they have their own YouTube. I wasn't even allowed to have as much as a YouTube channel until I think I was like 12. I remember when I was a kid, I used to type out comments in the comment section, but I couldn't send them because I didn't have an account. And my mom caught me one time typing out a comment and thought I had an account. And I was about to get in trouble until I was like, I'm literally just LARPing. I'm LARPing. But like, I know I get my mom shit for stuff, but like that was good parenting. That was good parenting. Because conveniently, around the time that I started getting on the internet early, I got groomed and like exposed to like the worst possible type of grooming online. I can't go into it because I would be breaking TOS. All right? I have trauma. But I don't blame my mom in this situation because she actually tried. Parents now, they're like, oh, here's your account. Also, when I make TikToks together, I'm gonna make TikToks with my children. Or I am going to take videos and photos of my children doing everything, including taking baths and stuff. And I'm gonna post them to my public profiles. Color me surprised when my TikTok about a baby in a bathtub strangely has thousands of bookmarks. Oh, but I'm just gonna act oblivious, you know. Yeah, I'm just gonna keep them up. I have huge beef with the modern parents of Gen Alphas. Huge beef. And these kids, going back to the makeup and the skincare, they're getting this from like TikTok influencers or YouTube influencers who are making content for other adults or other older teenagers. They are not making content for children. Yet these parents are letting them watch these fucking get ready with me. And they think it's so cute when like, I see on TikTok every now and then, it's like a video of a little kid doing her get ready with me. And she's like you know, like talking like she's like a fucking adult influencer and like pretending like she has real life issues. Like, oh my god, so I just woke up. I'm so tired. I have such a long day ahead of me at the playground. Literally, there was a video of that was trending just a few days ago, and the kid talked about how, like, her playing on the playground in the same video as where she's talking like an adult influencer doing her makeup and skincare for the morning. And they post it because they're like, oh, this is so cute. Oh, doesn't she just slay? Oh, she's so much cooler than me. Yeah, clearly, because you are a bad parent, and being a bad parent is not cool. It's not cool. Picture day is so stressful. Literally. Pull my hair out. Like, this is not cute. Who's the audience though? Little kids probably think they're peers. Little kids don't know any better. That's why I cannot blame them. Gen Alpha is fucked, but I can't blame them because it is the fault of their parents. It is the fault of the modern school system. And I'm not blaming the teachers. The school systems, and primarily, ultimately, biggest issue of all is the parents. I can prove it because my cousins, my aunt raises my like, they're like 9 and 7 years old, and they're turning out fucking great because you know what she did? From their fucking birth, they were not allowed screen time. They were not immediately shoved with iPads in their faces. They don't have iPads, right? They were kept away from phone screens on purpose. They got very limited TV time. And their moms take them out and do fun things with them, actually spending time with their children, playing with them, taking them places, doing fun activities in the yard, doing lemonade stands, you know, classical things parents used to do. And I get it. Times are stressful. Parents sometimes don't have time to play with their children. But if you cannot sit down, which I think parents of young children should be spending time with their children. It's very integral for their development. I've read a whole book about it, and it makes sense. It makes sense. There are other means of entertaining a child other than putting an iPad in front of their face. Want to know what the best one is? Let them be bored. Being bored is a dead concept that needs to come back because being bored spawns so much creativity and imagination. There is no creativity and an imagination and letting your 6-year-old play Roblox all day on their iPad. Let them be bored. Let them complain about how bored they are, because a kid is not going to sit there and let themselves be bored for too long. They will get fed up and they will find something to do. Let them find something to do. You know what I used to do when I was a kid and I was bored? I'd go play with my toys. I was the kind of kid, maybe it's like a little autistic, I stuck to a specific brands of toys. I wouldn't get anything else. The only thing I had was I had my Littlest Pet Shops. I had my Webkins. Those were my main 2 toys. The Littlest Pet Shops, the Webkins. And they lasted me fucking years because I would take them and I would create new stories. I'd go over to my grandma's house and I'd take my Littlest Pet Shops with me and I'd go out in the yard and I'd get things like my grandma had a pee-pee pad that she didn't use for the dog ever. And she just gave it to me. And it was like this little pee-pee pad made to look like grass, right? I used that every single time I went to my grandma's. So it was the best thing ever. Because it looked like a grass. I'd go outside, I'd get some sticks, some rocks, I'd bring them inside, I'd put them on the grass, and then I'd play with my Littlest Pet Shops, and I'd create stories. You know? I'd reenact Warrior Cats. Oh, this is one thing I saw. A younger Gen Alpha was arguing on TikTok with somebody. It spawned from a TikTok video talking about how you guys need to stop being upset that children don't know how to read or something, or it was like some bullshit along those lines. And they were dead serious, by the way. Someone had commented about like how, you know, when our generation were kids, we were writing stories, like just casually writing chapter books in class or something about stupid shit all the time. And the younger Gen Z was like, you're lying. That's bullshit. No one fucking does that. Children are not writing stories anymore. My generation grew up on Wattpad. In school, we were encouraged to write stories for assignments. Children are not writing stories anymore. They're not writing little books. They're not drawing comics. They don't do any of that anymore. When I was a kid, I would write chapter books when I was like fucking, I don't know, 8 years old about like stupid things like Warrior Cats, like Warrior Cat fan fictions. That's just normal. Everyone did it. Albeit they wrote about different things. Mine was just like Warrior Cats and stuff. Let kids be bored. I beg you. They will find something to do. They do not need the iPad. Generations before them were able to get by without an iPad. I really... Phones at an appropriate age, I understand. Modern kids, everyone needing them. I get it. I understand it. It's not a great thing. Phones are the detriment of society right now. But I get it. What I really don't get at all, I cannot process it at all, 0%, how young kids need an iPad. I just cannot process any world where they actually need an iPad. Because there's like, it's not even like a phone. They're not like contacting their friends and stuff exactly. It's like they're using it to play games all day. They're using it to play Roblox. They're using it to watch YouTube and watch those Get Ready With Me, so that and where they emulate them by getting skincare and destroying their young, perfectly fine faces. There is no reason at all that a young child needs an iPad. There is no advantage to modern children having iPads now versus previous generations. If you want them to have some sort of internet or like digital experience, get a home computer and give them screen time every now and then. That's how I was raised. I'm not trying to say I was raised on some digitalist era. I was raised on the internet, right? But we had a home computer where I only had a certain amount of time per day where I could log on to Club Penguin. And then with the rest of my time, I went and was creative, doing other things, playing with toys, drawing, writing, fucking just sitting there and imagining things. It's I'm kind of scared. I'm kind of scared to get older and see Gen Alpha as adults. I'm kind of scared. I'm actually, like, we already have the younger end of Gen Z. That makes me a little freaked out now that they're becoming adults. I'm Gen Z, but I'm like very older on the spectrum. I'm like, I think I'm a, what do they call them? A zillennial? I'm a zillennial. I'd say upwards of like 2000s. I'll be generous and say 2006 babies are still mostly okay. It scares me how much of an abrupt difference, because like take millennials and take, you know, older Gen Z. They can relate. You know, they can relate to a degree. Gen Z and Gen Alpha is a alarming difference. It's a huge jump, and it's actually scary. I'm sure millennials talk the same way about us Gen Z, but I guarantee it's like a billion times worse now. Especially when you think about what's the word? Like the evolution of technology. Internet's still new. A lot of electronics are still new, right? Think about how rapidly, like from when it started, like it gets faster every year. Like look at AI and how AI development is so fast. It just gets faster as the years go on, you know? Versus like the start of like let's start at like the start of internet development, you know, it took this long, you know, to get to like the next big major point. And then it took this long. And then it took this long. And then it's like developments are like this now. Constantly like huge jumps. So now apply that to the generations of children being raised on this era of developments, and it's scary. It's freaking scary, okay? I'm scared about Gen Beta. Gen Beta's being born right now as we speak. My hope, my prayer is Gen Z, my peers. I hope we have learned. Please tell me we've learned something. Also, younger millennials who are having kids. Please tell me we've learned something, and please tell me we're going to try to fix it with our children. Please. Please tell me we've learned something so we can apply it to Gen Beta. Please tell me Gen Alpha is just gonna be a blip of a fuck up. Please. It is on our generation. I need to emphasize, it is on us right now. Because Gen Alpha's already fucked. So like when they have children, like honestly, we should honestly make a government mandate that not a single person from that generation can have kids. And then like make a bunch of Gen Z people have kids instead. We need to do better. We need to fix this, and then look at just like ignore Gen Alpha, like forget them, like we'll treat it. What was it called? When they like back in the old days, they did this fucked up thing to like kids that like were like disabled. It was fucked up. It was really fucked up. They did this thing where they had like a section of the house where they would hide them. I think it was called a depression room? Was it a depression room? There's a word for it. There's a room of a house. Not a depression room. Disappointment room. That's so fucked up. That's so fucked up. Anyways, as fucked up as it is, that is how we need to approach Gen Alpha. Just like cover them up with a sheet. Just like pretend it didn't happen. Pretend it didn't happen. All right? We can fix this. We just need to take responsibility. We gotta step up. Jitty, thank you for the sub. Yes, we're gonna pretend that Gen Alpha didn't happen. We're going to give birth to Gen Beta babies, and we're gonna raise them better so that they don't end up fucked up. We're not gonna give them no iPads. We're gonna de-digitalize childhoods. All right? This is our one shot to make sure humanity isn't irreversibly fucked up forever. Okay? First is the worst, second is the best, all right? So Gen Alpha, they're, you know, we talk shit about betas all the time, but Gen Alphas are the ones calling themselves alphas, right? And shitting on, oh, you're a beta, you know? But they're the stupid ones. Not their fault. It's their parents' fault and the system's fault. But unfortunately, unless their parents do something different, they're gonna grow up to be fucked up individuals, products of their parents. Please. Have children and make them okay. Please. I know a lot of you want to have kids. I hear that sentiment a lot from a lot of you. So I beg you, future fathers in my chat, future mothers, there's probably like one of you in my chat. I don't have a lot of women in my chat. Please. Try to raise them better. It's possible. It's possible to go against the grain. Do it for the sake of your child. Do it for the sake of the world. The future generation. I thought you were saying only one of us. No, you're all... Well, not you're all. I know some of you don't want to, but I know a lot of you do want to be fathers. Alright. I've been holding my pee all stream. When I'm yapping, I can't take a pee break because it'll mess up my flow. My funky flow. I cannot hold it any longer. So this is where I'm going to end stream for today. And I'll change the thumbnail and everything because we did not play Resident Evil. I love you guys. You guys are the best. I'll see you tomorrow. What day's tomorrow? Tomorrow's Saturday, right? Or am I stupid? Oh, no, today's Saturday. Okay, tomorrow's Sunday. I need to get my shit together real quick because on Monday I do need to do a shit ton of things like get my car registered and get my ID in and just a lot of stuff. I gotta get a lot of stuff done. A lot of adulting, a lot of talking to people I'm scared of. All right, I'll see you tomorrow. Peace. I gotta do it. Peace on the street side. I'm stealing that because Prank versus Prank is dead. I'm gonna steal it from them. Haha.